Welcome back, fourth graders. I hope you've enjoyed your spring break and got a lot of rest, you relaxed, and you had a little bit of fun. And now we're back in school for the last home stretch before we finish the school year and before state testing. So we're going to continue what we've started before spring break today. You may remember that we introduced our calendar collector, which we're collecting a decimeter a day. And I showed you guys that a decimeter looks something like this. And I even compared it to the palm of my hand. Okay, we also played a game called Color 10, where you spin a spinner and it tells you how many fourths, halves, or eighths to color in. And you want to try to color in 10 whole circles. Well, today I'm introducing you to a brand new workout. You're probably familiar with it because you see my calendar in the background. And that's all going to be calendar. What's the calendar grid? What are these markers looking like? What patterns are being displayed? And I will tell you, it has to do with geometry. So, before we look at our calendar pieces, let's check out some math vocabulary just to review. Okay, we're probably going to see some triangles, and there are different kinds of triangles. An equilateral triangle means just what it sounds like, equilateral. That means it has all equal sides. Equilateral triangle has what? All equal sides. You're right. All right, then we have an isosceles triangle. Say it with me. Isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has exactly two equal sides, not all three. Two of them are equal, and the other one is going to be different. Okay? We may have a scalene triangle, which means none of the sides are the same. And then we have polygons. We're going to talk about regular polygons this month. Pentagon, hopefully you know what a pentagon, just like you know a hexagon, a square, a rectangle. But we're going to focus a lot on perimeter. So, what is perimeter? Yeah, it's the distance around the shape. And you have to add up all the sides in order to do so, unless it's a regular polygon, which means all the sides are the same, and maybe you can use a multiplication equation to figure it out. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a peek at these geometric shapes that we're going to see on our calendar grid this month. And I'm just going to show them to you, and you can make some observations about them. And I got a lot of them to show you because we've missed a week of school with spring break. So here they are, and then we're going to talk about each one of them. And I'll save today for last. What do you see? Yes, a lot of shapes. We have equilateral triangles. We have rectangles. Oh, there's that word regular again. Regular pentagon is a regular polygon, which means all the sides are the same. So let Miss Trammell back up for a second. And let's start with day number 1, which is April 1st. And let's fill in our calendar grid recording sheet for day 1. So here's day 1. We have an equilateral triangle. What did I say? An equilateral triangle. What's special about it? Good, all the sides are the same. So if all the sides are the same and they're telling us that this side is 1, then what is the perimeter? Good, it has 3 sides, so it's 1 plus 1 plus 1, which equals 3, and we always have to add our units. It equals 3 centimeters. So our total right now is just that. It's just 3 centimeters. We good? Okay, let's look at day 2. What do you see? Good, it's a rectangle. And you know a rectangle has 4 sides, and I'm going to make this smaller just so it can fit, but maybe not that small. Okay, so it tells us 2 of the sides. Now, a rectangle, we know that one side is the same as the opposite side, right? And then the other side, so 1 centimeter here, there must be 1 centimeter here. And if there are 2 centimeters here, then there must also be 2 centimeters up here. That's a rectangle. So I could put 1 centimeter plus 1 or plus 2 centimeters, plus 1 centimeter, plus 2 centimeters, which is going to give me how many total centimeters for my perimeter, which means I'm adding up the distance around my shape. Good. It is 6 centimeters. Perfect. So, let's keep going, and I'm probably going to try to move as quickly as possible because we have a lot of calendar markers to look at to catch up since we had a week off. Okay, so buckle your seatbelts and follow along with me. If you have questions or I'm going too fast, pause this video. All right, so next for the third, we have a regular polygon. Let me remind you again what a regular polygon means. A regular polygon is a polygon that has all equal sides, okay? And a polygon is a shape that has at least 3 sides. It's a closed shape. Can't be rounded, straight sides. So here is a regular pentagon. And we know one of the sides. So can we figure out the perimeter? Absolutely yes, because all the sides are the same. So I have 1 centimeter plus 1 centimeter plus 1 centimeter plus 1 centimeter plus 1 centimeter, which gives me how many centimeters? You're right, 5 centimeters. Is there another equation that I could write to show this since I'm adding 1 5 times? I could say 5 times 1, which is why I said earlier that maybe you might be able to use some multiplication depending on the type of shape you have. Let's keep moving. We've done 1, 2, and 3. Let's start with 4. What kind of triangle do we see here? Good. This is an isosceles triangle. And if you remember before, and if you don't, let me show you. An isosceles triangle has 2 sides that are the same, that are congruent. They are the same length, same measurement. The other side's not. So if we look at number 4, or a calendar marker for number 4, they give us 1 side, or they give us 2 sides out of the 3. So we should now know or understand that isosceles means 2 sides are the same. So that means I have 2.5 centimeters plus 2.5 centimeters plus my 3 centimeters on the bottom, which is how many centimeters? Yes, it is 8 centimeters. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. And then I have 5 plus 3. So let's move along. Now I'm given a shape. What do we call this shape? It's a quadrilateral. We could also say it's a trapezoid. So I'm going to put trapezoid, and I can put quadrilateral in parentheses just to remind you that a quadrilateral has 4 sides. And lucky for us, they tell us all 4 side lengths. So a 1 centimeter plus 2 centimeters plus 1 centimeter plus 3 centimeters. And it looks like 2 of the sides are the same. So how many centimeters do we have? Right, 7 centimeters. All right, and then 6, we have a regular, this time it's a pentagon, much like what we had for the third. So it looks like triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon. That seems to be a pattern so far. And regular, again, means all the sides are the same. So we know it's 2 centimeters, so I could write 2 centimeters 5 times, which could be a little redundant, maybe. Or I could write 5 times 2 centimeters, which is going to give us, you got it, 10 centimeters. We are cooking with grease. Let's keep it moving. Okay, let's look at the 7th. Now we have an equilateral triangle. An equilateral means what? Good, it means all the sides are the same. So here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do 3 centimeters times 3. Are y'all cool with that? Right, because essentially 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters, which is 9 centimeters. And remember, we are finding the perimeter, which means the distance around the shape. And look, we still have the same pattern: triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon. Let's keep going. 8. Oh, now this is fancy. The square. And it only tells us the area. Area is 9. What do we know about a square? All sides are equal. All sides are equal. So what times what's going to give us 9? Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9, which means I have 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters, or I could say 4 times 3 centimeters, and that's going to give us how many centimeters? Awesome, 12 centimeters. Now, what do we have? You know, we don't have a name on this shape, so we got to count the sides. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means it's a pentagon. Are all the sides the same on this pentagon? No, all the sides are not the same, which means it's not a regular pentagon. It is just a pentagon. A regular shape has all sides are the same length. If it's not regular, that means the shapes are all, or the side lengths are all different. And we can see that represented here with this calendar marker. So we have 3 centimeters plus 2 centimeters plus 2 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 1 centimeter. So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. What are we going to get? Good. 11 centimeters. I wonder if there's a pattern happening with our perimeter. So far I'm not seeing it, but we'll just keep our eyes out. All right, so the 10th we have isosceles triangle. Isosceles means how many sides are the same? 2 sides are the same, which is why they only give us 2 of these measurements here. So we should be able to figure it out. This side is equivalent or equal to this side. So that means I have 5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters plus 4 centimeters, which is 14 centimeters. I could do 5 times 2 plus 4 if I want to be really fancy, but I'd have to put that in parentheses. Or maybe I should say 2 times 5 centimeters plus 4 centimeters if I want to be fancy. Okay, we're getting close. So now we have a rectangle. Hopefully you guys know that the opposite sides are equal. So we have 5 centimeters plus 1.5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters plus 1.5 centimeters. And I got that because this side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side. The 2 sides that are parallel are equivalent. Y'all remember what parallel means? It's going in the same direction. Okay, so what is it? What's 1.5 plus 1.5? 3. And then 5 plus 5 is 10. So we have 13 centimeters. Now, I wanted to wait to show you today's mark. I said we were going to wait, but if you paid attention, you see it right here. So I can go back here and I can turn it around. But this time, it tells us something extra, that we have a line of symmetry. Not sure what we're going to do with that information yet. But for now, we are just going to fill out what we've been filling out. We can name this shape because we know what the pattern is: triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon. And we can double check by counting the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides means it is a pentagon. And it's not regular because all the sides are not the same. So in order to figure out the perimeter, I'm going to put down the side lengths that we know so far. 4 centimeters plus 2 centimeters. And I want to point out the fact that we know there's a line of symmetry. That means this side is equal to this side. So if this is 3 centimeters, then this is also good, 3 centimeters. So if this is 4 centimeters, then this is also good, 4 centimeters. So what is our total for our perimeter? Which means we're adding up all the side lengths around the shape. 16. Good. We have 4 plus 3 is 7, and then another 7 plus 2. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 2 is 16 centimeters. Great job. So, before we end our video for today, let's go ahead and do our calendar collector. Remember, we're collecting a decimeter a day. I showed you what it looks like in real time, but I had to shrink it down so it could fit on the computer. So I'm going to add 1 decimeter because this is now our 3rd day of school in April. And throughout this month, we'll be talking about, obviously, some geometric terms, polygons, regular polygons, isosceles, equilateral, scaling, maybe. And then we saw some lines of symmetry there. And you can't forget perimeter. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm so glad to be back with you on this Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow for another day of Number Corner. Bye-bye.